Hi everyone, welcome to my cooking video. So I recorded me eating this as an ASMR mukbang for the first time, and I've been cooking for quite some time now. I've been usually posting it on my Instagram, but here you guys go. The first thing I'm cutting up is the habanero peppers, and I'm just cutting up these and the garlic, just really dicing them up in fine detail before I move on to the peppers. I find that the ingredients I usually look for in America aren't the ones that we have in Nigeria. So this is just kind of like my recipe. These are sweet peppers. They come in a pack. And over there we have a it's a poblano pepper. Yes, I'm using poblano peppers. They actually enhance the flavor like amazing. Like, it's my first time using poblano peppers in a Nigerian stew, so yeah, I only needed one onion, and that's pretty much, it was huge, so I didn't need much of it. We also removed the guts out from the tomatoes before we use them for the stew. I'm not sure why, but I guess we'll just say tradition. I like to do that. And look at how beautiful this onion is. It's gorgeous. Earth, am I right? Anyways, these are the ingredients I'm just using for the stew. I'm not gonna be adding the paste in just yet. And I made sure to add some warm water and this bouillon. It's like chicken stock, but this one is like really good. I don't even know how much it costs, but it's really good. It's like premium stock, and yeah, I just basically put a little bit of it inside the mixture with some warm water before I start blending it, and I make sure everything becomes like really cohesive all together. So I put all the ingredients to the side so that I can make sure that the mixture is really smooth and it's not like, jumping around everywhere basically. Usually with jollof rice and Nigerian stews, they are supposed to be like super red, but I've become really accustomed to having it like its own sort of defined color. Later on, you're gonna see the color of it. So yeah. Next, I basically left some salt in the chicken water to make sure that it was properly cleansed, and I prayed over it, and I very carefully cleaned the chicken before I would use it. Always making sure to wipe the surfaces. I don't know why I like leaving these bits in, but I don't know, it makes everything feel much fresher every time. And yeah, so I parboil some regular rice, not for too long. I thought I was going to do it for a little longer, but I ended up adding a little more dry rice into the mixture. So first, we would have to boil the stew, and then I add the just like half of the paste, the tomato paste, and some black pepper, with some salt, just to boil it in, so that most of the water leaves out. Then I use the chicken stock and I add my spices into it. So the very first spice that I add is allspice, and then savory spice. And then we add some ginger. This was like the last of my ginger. And then some basil and thyme, right? Cumin. We need a lot of thyme and cumin in this. I like to add Cajun spice to it, although it's not custom, but this is my recipe, so some crushed red peppers in there. Yes, you know it. And some Italian spice, and just a little bit of vegetable oil, mixing it all up while all the water is leaving the stew. It's boiling currently, but later on we're gonna fry it with the rice. That's how I like to fry. the stew together. But before I do that, obviously I'm gonna I'm like waiting for myself. I'm gonna basically add the spice mixture with the bouillon or the stock in there, and I'm gonna make sure to add a little bit more water so that the stock is a little bit more diluted and not too strong. Yeah. This came out to be so delicious. Actually, I think this is one of the best recipes of a jollof rice I've ever made. And it's just like I'm improving each time. So maybe like in a couple of months, I'll do the recipe again. It'll be completely different. Make sure to add spice to your taste. I ended up having to add a little bit more Cajun and thyme and cumin into it, even though in the video you're gonna see me like literally add a lot of spices, but it's just me. I'm a spicy girl, you know what I mean? So I make sure to drain the chicken very well, and basically you're gonna see me add the same spices to it, and then leave it to marinate for just a little bit, like 5 to 10 minutes before I add it into the stew. So I have this potato slayer thing, and I don't know what's in it, but I love it. It just makes everything much more enhanced and delicious. I had some garlic and herb leftover spice, so I added that on top of the chicken as well. Yes, and I just want it to be on the surface. I don't want to rub it in or anything. Yeah, so usually we don't add turmeric, but I just wanted that for the chicken, so I ended up putting quite a bit of turmeric in there with the cumin. It just gives it this kind of Indian zest to it, along with the rest of the ginger spice that I had left over. So I added some basil and rosemary as well. Some more cumin. And some more thyme. And I just mix it up together. I'm not trying to rub it into the skin or anything. It's just purely like on the surface, like as if this was being coated in, breadcrumbs or something. So I ended up pulling the pot out a lot making this video, and I think that also helped with the flavor a lot more than I thought it would. I felt like it was sitting down and like cooling off it like periodically. It just made it, I don't know, it just made the cumin pop out a lot more, and the flavor was so good with the cumin thyme mixture. So you see the colors coming off a lot more red, and yeah, it's like it's giving a lot more traditional ethnic look to it rather than just like this overwhelming red that we like to cover our food with sometimes. So just put the chicken in there, mix it around, and put it back on the fire or on the stove. And then I add the rest of the what are these called again? I add the rest of the tomato paste in there, and I put some vegetable oil. I put all of the vegetable oil actually in the mixture. And this is actually a fun addition. I've never done this before, but I was like, time to try something new. So I ended up putting some balsamic vinegar in it because I didn't have any palm oil, and I'm gonna be getting palm oil soon for my next recipe. But I was like, interesting, what if I was to add balsamic vinegar? It's gonna taste great with the onions and the garlic and with the rice and chicken. I was like, this is a great idea. So I added that in, you know. that ended up making it way more enhanced than I thought it would. So the flavor was just like the umami, like it's giving Food Wars, you know? It's giving senpai. Yeah. I just mix it all in there and let it sit for just a little bit while all the water was being drained from cooking. And next, I basically take the parboiled rice and I'm planning on adding that as well before frying, like I said I would. So see how I took it out again? I feel like that really helped steam the chicken as well. And it made everything so coherent. I feel like everything just integrated real nice. Yeah. So I ended up taking some of the sauce out. See how it's like chunky at the bottom? It's still a little watery, but that's exactly how it needs to be so that the rice soaks up some of that water and it's not like burning too much. Because you do want some of that burning flavor in there just from the bottom of the pan. But we're gonna need that later, you know. So basically I just add all that rice in. It's parboiled. I felt like it was a little too sticky, but honestly I kind of like it that way. So you definitely would usually parboil it where it's still like way harder than what I'm doing. But unless you like it this way, you know, and later on you can add a little more dry rice to it and it'll like create such an amazing texture. So right on top of that, I add all that balsamic vinegar mixture, and I make sure to like mix it up right before I put it back on the stove. You see how red it is? So that's gonna redden it a little bit more, so it looks like a little bit more authentically like Nigerian, at least, because this is a Nigerian recipe. Well, it's my Nigerian recipe. I would say that this would be how possibly like my tribe, my Hausa tribe, Fulani Hausa, would be making it. Right, yeah. So don't worry about how like stewy it looks because the rice is parboiled. It's all gonna steam away later. So I saw this little trick of adding foil paper on like the top of the cover, which gives it kind of like this baked kind of flavor, which was such an amazing idea I found on Pinterest. And so like that, oh my god, it like changed the game for me completely. So next I'm actually going to be making plantain because I really enjoy, I feel like everybody likes plantain, you know, 1313. Obviously you have to try the stew. And I was like gasping here because I was like, damn, this is amazing. Like that balsamic vinegar really did it, you know. I couldn't stop. So yeah, here I basically cut up the onions. These are what we're gonna add later on, right before it's finished. Just so that it would like, I don't know, if it just, I like it this way. Honestly, I love onions, and so doing it like this just gives it so much, like, I don't know how to explain the flavors. It was amazing. You guys will see the mukbang. So afterwards, I added some butter and I put it back onto the flame. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and check out my other videos and my other channels if you're interested in spirituality or any of that stuff. We are definitely ascending at this time, and I'm very excited to start this new journey that I'm going on when it comes to cooking and posting my videos on here. Yeah, I'm learning how to edit better and do voiceovers and sharing how to be more hospitable and especially more productive and economical with our food to be able to ensure that we are taking care of ourselves and our bodies. And I put away a lot of the ingredients and make sure that you're not throwing away your veggies because you can make veggie stock from it. Yeah, so I cut up the fresh tomatoes and parsley just to add on top of my meal because fresh ingredients on top of this taste so good. I feel like it brings out Once again, so much flavor, so much umami, so much spice, like totally spice. You know what I mean? Okay. Corny. All right. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Relax. Relax. It's all right. um. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you get to try out this recipe. Poblano peppers really changed it for me here. Yeah, for sure. Don't ever worry about not having enough ingredients or not having the right ingredients. Definitely play around with what you have. You never know what kind of flavor is going to come out. You never know what kind of taste you're going to prefer. So this overall took around like it would usually take like around an hour or less. So yeah, I added some of that stew. See, I told y'all we needed that later, but I put some of that fresh stew on top, and it gives it a little more moisture when you're eating it. I'm like salivating bad. And I've already eaten this. I've eaten this like twice now, and I'm still salivating bad because of how good it tastes, like for real. So yeah, presentation is key and everything, so I'm still learning how to do like proper presentation for my food. So I hope the angle is good too, so just let me know. Don't forget to comment down below if you did try it. Don't forget to let me know how you like the um, display, how it's done, the everything. Just let me know, okay? Because this is a whole new channel. I want y'all to enjoy. I want y'all to feel this intimate connection. I want y'all to ascend with food, realize that we need to nourish ourselves. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Oh my god. And I did not edit this at all. So these are the natural colors right now. Like, so good. Bless. Thank you. Thank you, God. And thank you for watching. Okay. And I hope you guys have a great week. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.